Howdy, my name's Brian Foley. I am the managing partner at Houston Criminal Defense Attorneys, PLLC in Houston, Texas. We're right down there at 310 Main Street, downtown Houston. Today we're going to be talking about theft, okay? And most people who are charged with theft are charged with some version of shoplifting, okay? And there's a couple different types. We're going to go over those. But the one thing you really need to know about theft offenses is that they enhance, okay? So what do I mean by enhance? Let's say you get pulled, to the side by a Walmart employee, okay? And they say you've shoplifted. You're about to exit the store. What's going to happen is two loss prevention specialists are going to come. They're going to detain you under what's called the shopkeeper's privilege, meaning they get to detain you there at Walmart while they're investigating whether or not you've committed theft. That is not considered false imprisonment. There's a special code under the Civil Practices and Remedies Code, which gives them this shopkeeper's privilege, basically enough time for the police to get there and sort out what's really happened and make an assessment. So let's say they pull you to the side. They say you've stolen between $0 and $100 worth of stuff from Walmart. Okay, that's a Class C misdemeanor. It means that there's only going to be punishment through a fine only, or maybe the court will ask you to do some community service to get the case dismissed, something like that. We can get those taken care of pretty easily. It gets a little harder when you get over $100 in value. From $100 to $750 in value, we're looking at a Class B misdemeanor, okay? And that's punishable by up to 180 days in jail and up to a $2,000 fine. The Class C version is only up to a $500 fine and no jail time. So when I say theft offenses enhance, let's say you stole, $20 worth of Yu-Gi-Oh cards or something like that from Walmart. I use that because that's kind of a common item, actually. And you do that, you get a conviction, okay? You go and you just plead guilty. You don't get a lawyer. We don't try to get it dismissed for you. You never get a non-disclosure or an expunction. Well, if you commit another offense, you could be enhanced to a higher category. Those theft convictions can be used to enhance, all right? So if you get a Class B, you cannot actually enhance it one time to a Class A, but you can enhance it to a state jail felony. If you have 2 prior convictions for theft, then it'll be a state jail felony when you have a 3rd theft offense, right? So if you go to Walmart 3 days in a row, you get convicted the first 2 days. That's not going to happen because the court process takes longer. But just for the example, bear with me. You get convicted the first 2 times. That 3rd time you enter Walmart, you steal $100 worth of stuff. They're going to treat it like you stole over $2,500 to $30,000 worth of stuff. They're going to give you the state jail felony punishment range. That's no less than 6 months in a state jail facility, no more than 2 years, and up to 5 years of probation. Okay, so it's a really rough deal. You don't want to get involved in a theft 3rd incident. So that's why when you have a misdemeanor theft or a shoplifting case, it's really important to get that case taken care of with the help of a professional. We do that every day. Let me tell you another thing. If your case gets dismissed and expunged with a theft offense, let's say you get arrested, we get your case dismissed and we get it expunged. Well, you can then report to new employers that you apply for job applications. You could say that the arrest never happened at all. Not that you weren't just not convicted. You could just say it didn't happen, okay? And that's the value that you can get when you get a dismissal and an expunction. That's what we recommend trying to do anytime there's some type of misdemeanor theft case. So then there's a couple ways that shoplifting occurs in misdemeanor theft cases. Sometimes there'll be a concealment of an item on your person, in the pants, in a purse. Sometimes things drop into a different bag and you didn't realize it. Maybe you have a couple bags with you because you're a professional woman headed to work. You've got that bag for your shoes and your laptop. You've also got your purse. These things happen. I've seen it happen. Theft cases happen to everybody from every walk of life. And let's say something gets concealed in some other item and you leave the store, you realize you haven't paid for this item, okay? Well, that is one type of defense. We call that the concealment, the lack of knowledge defense, okay? The another type is of shoplifting is what we call skip scanning. And this is the most prevalent form that I see charged as a crime. And that is when you're in the self-checkout line, people start going a little too quick, or they have too many items, and they miss something. They don't scan an item and they walk out of the store. They bagged it, but they walk out of the store and they don't pay for these few items. Okay, now it's easier to defend when it's a few of similar, or disparate items, like, brownie package and, hair clips and things like that, just a few miscellaneous ones. Now if you paid for all your groceries, but you didn't pay for the 3 video games, that's a little harder, you see. And so what we do at Houston Criminal Defense Attorneys PLLC is, we evaluate all the evidence, see if they can prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt. And if the state cannot prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt, well, then we're not going to accept anything but a dismissal on a case like that. If they won't dismiss the case, we'll go to trial and win the case, because that's what you do if the state does not have proof beyond a reasonable doubt. That is the standard. And so I hope this has been helpful to you. If you've been charged with a theft case, or you have a loved one who's been charged with a theft case, go ahead and contact us. We'd love to help. But you definitely need to talk to an attorney. It is an important type of case, remember, because of the enhancements and because of the way that employers will look at a theft case. It's one of the worst things you can have on your record. So call us now so that we can help you avoid that. Thanks.